If you've ever considered living in White Rock, this video is just for you because we are on the search for the most affordable condos we can find in the entire city of White Rock, British Columbia, Canada. And I know what you're thinking, we're not looking for just any condo. The cheapest price, bottom of the barrel, needs a ton of work, it's gonna cost you a ton of money type condo. That's not what we're looking for today. We're gonna talk about the top considerations that you want to consider when you're looking for a condo outside of all of the aesthetic stuff like location, floor plan, finishings, all that sort of thing, but the things that are going to burn you, the things that are going to cost you money in the long run, we want to avoid those when we're looking for the most affordable condo. Not only that, we're gonna go visit 3 of my top favorite buildings in the city of White Rock and show you exactly what you get for your money. Not only that, you're gonna wanna make sure that you hang around to the very end because I'm gonna make sure you get special access to our free gift to you worth over $300. So if that sounds good, let's get into it. Hey, it's Darren here. If you're thinking of moving to Surrey, White Rock, or any of the surrounding suburbs, subscribe below so you can be the first to learn about the market and the areas. And like so many others, we've helped in the process of buying or selling a home. If you need help in the process, whether it's today or 6 months from now, use the link in the description to book a time to speak with me. We'll help you make sure that your move is the absolute best that it could ever be. All right, so you're a smart person. You know that buying a condominium, there is so much more to it than just what the price tag says. I mean, it's very similar to buying an old car. I want you to think about this for a sec. An old car can come with a ton of repair work. You might choose to live with a bunch of issues with that car and you don't get all of the luxuries that you might get with a newer vehicle. There's no doubt about it that buying an old car requires a lot more attention, maintenance, and upkeep than buying a newer one. The newer ones, of course, come with all the bells and whistles you could ever want. They require a lot less maintenance, but they also come with a price tag that oftentimes can be absolutely astronomical and way out of your budget. Well, buying a condo, but it's really no different. You can go super old and get it cheap, or you can go brand new and pay astronomical amounts of money, especially in the city of White Rock when you're dealing with things like concrete high-rises and views of Samiamu Bay. I'm gonna give you 2 of the top considerations when you're searching for the most affordable in White Rock to help protect your wallet. Number 1 is all about rain screening. So just exactly what is rain screening? What does that even mean? Well, back in the 1990s, there was a building style that was brought to British Columbia from much drier climates. Let's say California as an example. Now, these building characteristics of these new condos that they were putting up had certain characteristics that were not ideal for our weather. More specifically, all of the rain that we get in the lower mainland. The characteristics of these buildings had very low roof overhangs. Oftentimes, they were stucco walls with no flashing detail whatsoever. And don't worry, I'm gonna talk about what flashing is in a minute. And they just generally had some bad design flaws that really became a problem. So what happened? Well, our wet weather that we have in the lower mainland, it effectively got into the walls that were not supposed to have water getting into them. And strata owners all across British Columbia experienced massive special levies. A special levy is a bill, usually a bill that you're probably not prepared for, to help restore and retrofit these buildings so they would be better protected against the weather. Come in rain screen technology. Hey, real quick, I don't run any ads on my videos, intentionally anyways, and put in about 8 hours every week trying to bring you the very best content there is while keeping it somewhat entertaining too. The only ask that I have is that you help me spread the word on my videos so we can help more home buyers and sellers be wildly successful with real estate. Get it right the first time and dodge all the ways that people typically get burned when they buy or sell a home. Now, the only way that we can do that is if you give this video just a simple like to help other people like you find the content. That's the only thing we ask you to do. Don't even worry about subscribing. It will take you about 3 seconds and it would mean the absolute world to me, but more importantly, it may change the world for someone else. Thanks for clicking the like button, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. So basically what rain screening is creating two outer walls with a layer of airflow that runs in between those walls. This means that if water was to get in through the first exterior wall, it would not only run down the back of that wall, but now there is airflow going up between the two walls to help dry it out so it doesn't get into the second area. In fact, you can even experience this by walking up to a rain screen building and putting your fingers in between the two walls. Now there's also some other improvements like how the balcony railings were constructed into the balcony and whatnot with rain screen technology. But the key piece of this is anything built between 1990 to typically about 1999 may have undergone this rain screen retrofitting. Anything built after 1999 and into the 2000s, well, they would have been prone to the new BC building code at the time, which put an X-nay on these problematic design characteristics that were so prevalently built in the 1990s. So why do I tell you all this? Well, this just means that when you're looking for a condominium and you wanting to keep it affordable, you need to either inquire that it's got that rain screen technology, or you're just simply accepting that it is a higher risk building that may be prone to leaks in the future. Prone to leaks in the future means the potential for massive bills or massive special levies. Before we jump over to the three favorite buildings, I also just want to touch on the age of a complex. Very similar to what we mentioned at the beginning of the video, relating an old car to a new car. You've got to know the building that you buy inside out, because when you buy into a strata building, you might fall absolutely head over heels for the specific unit that you're interested in. But you need to remember that you were buying almost into, let's say, like a business. You buy every single good piece of the building that you become an owner in, but you also buy all of the bad as well. This means if they are poor at managing their finances, or they have massive repairs coming up in the future, you want to do your due diligence by working with a local real estate professional, just like the German group, to make sure that you understand exactly what you're getting into. And if it is going to cost you money in the future, at least you're aware and you are prepared for it. All right, so let's get into some of the most affordable condominiums that are available in the city of White Rock. Just so we are on the same page, affordable really means either inexpensive or reasonably priced. So without further ado, let's hit the road. So for the purposes of this video, I wanted to make sure it was all rain screen properties, just like this one behind me. This is 15210 Pacific Avenue, also known as the Ocean Ridge building. Now, this building was completely rebuilt in 2017 because it experienced a massive fire. So it was an older building, but it was built to the new standard in 2017. This is what you get in a building like this in White Rock. It's built in 1998, a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom that's approximately 780 square feet, with sales happening just under the $550,000 mark, with a strata fee in and around $360 per month. One of my favorite things about this area though is the location. That's what makes it special. We are here in 5 Corners, where you are just a short walk to everything this area has to offer, including some of the best pizza you'll ever have in White Rock, all the shops up Johnson Hill, and the local favorite Laura's Coffee Corner. Now that we've explored Ocean Ridge, however, let's jump over to our next affordable listing. Hey, I'm over here, can you see me? We are now on Merklin Street at 1280 Merklin. This building is called the Patterson. Now, if you're curious what you can get a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom for in this building, it's gonna blow your mind. We're talking about 900 square feet of living space in a building built in 2001. All of this for under $575,000 and a strata fee of about $480 per month. Now, just like the last listing on Pacific Avenue, the location, albeit different where we are, kind of slightly close as well, you are just a 10-minute walk to all the shopping on Johnson Street. You are a 15-minute walk to Semiahmoo Town Center, the mall, groceries, everything you could ever want. There is tons of additional stuff coming to this area all the time, including a small little area where you can actually walk to 4 different breweries in under 5 minutes. Pretty amazing. You're also close to White Rock Elementary, you're close to the library, and you're also close to the beach here in White Rock. Okay, I've got one more to show you before we head back to the office, but I do want to talk about the flashing detail I had mentioned at the start of this video as part of that rain screen technology. You can see there is metal flashing between the floor levels, so you've got that outer wall with this metal flashing or lip that runs out, and what that does is wicks water away from the building and also allows for additional airflow. That is one of the characteristics of a rain screen building as well. So anyways, let's go on to the next one. For the last one on our list, for one of the most affordable White Rock condominiums, I find myself at the Monterey at 1588 Best Street. For a 1996 built building like this, you can get a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, over 900 square foot unit. And the best part is, not only is the strata fee only about $400 per month, but unlike the other two that I just showed you, this one actually has 2 parking spots compared to the 1 parking spots that the other 2 units previously mentioned only had. Now again, this is in a prime location. You are just off 16th Avenue, about 1 block this way. And the nice thing about that is, again, Semiahmoo Town Center and everything that goes along in that downtown White Rock area. You can start to see the theme here that having a great location in White Rock is not only easy to do, but you can find great building options almost anywhere in this area. One of the cool things about the Monterey is not only is there a nice courtyard view from units like this, so you're off of the busy street, obviously here behind me, but you also got a monstrous rooftop patio that has 360-degree views that you and the other neighbors get to share. So it's a pretty cool building and another great option if you're looking for affordability in the city of White Rock. Now let's try and wrap this up into a nice little bow. Let's head back to the office and put this all together for you. So before I remind you to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any updates about living in White Rock, BC, Surrey, BC, or anything to do in the wild world of British Columbia real estate, I want to hear from you. We've talked a little bit about affordable condominiums so far, but we also talked about the importance of knowing exactly what you're buying when you buy a strata or a condominium. And I want to know from you in the comments below, should I do a video on everything you need to know to safely buy a condominium anywhere in British Columbia so you know exactly how to protect yourself from getting burned financially? Leave a comment, let me know, and if enough people reach out, I'll definitely film that video. Okay, so you've got your examples of 3 of the most affordable buildings in all of the White Rock area. Now, White Rock is not limited to just affordable units like this, and there is a range of prices all over the place. In fact, White Rock proper, well, it's got lots of age-restricted buildings. So if you're someone over the age of 55 and you don't want to live near kids, there is lots of options, but they tend to be in older buildings. You can spend as little as you want in White Rock, and you can also spend as much as you want. I mean, we've got concrete towers that offer beautiful panoramic views of Semiahmoo Bay, and as you can imagine, the price tag for those, well, it's up there. Here's the key takeaway from this video for you watching at home. White Rock is affordable. White Rock has many great options for young families or anyone looking to get their toes into the neighborhood and live the White Rock beach lifestyle, something we talk about in depth in our playlist on this very YouTube channel, Living in White Rock, our Living in White Rock playlist. So what do you do next? Well, maybe you're new to this channel and you want to learn more about living in the city of White Rock. Check out the Living in White Rock playlist. It's full of great information. But there's 2 other things that you could consider doing. And the first one, well, I mentioned it at the beginning of this video, and I don't want to leave you hanging any longer. We are offering access to our BC Home Buyers course, which was normally a $347 investment for lifetime access to all the viewers of our YouTube channel for a very limited time. And we're offering this for completely free. This is 3 hours of access to video content, PDF downloads, and questionnaires to make sure that when you buy your first home, you know absolutely everything you need to help you avoid all the pitfalls, paying too much money for the place that you buy, and making sure that whoever you choose to work with to represent you is doing everything they can to make sure that you are well protected. That'll be featured in the description below, and as I mentioned, that will be offered for completely free. We want people to test out this course to let us know what they think of it, but it's only for a limited time, so make sure you get your hands on it quick. The second thing that you can consider doing if you're looking to relocate to the city of White Rock is book a call with me and my team. We will fill you in on any of the questions you might have about the area, as well as make sure that you know everything you need to know to be successful in your relocation to our area. Now you know all about some of the most affordable condominium options in the city of White Rock. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the next video. Cheers.